Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It's just going to be quite a quick one today, just so you might be interested to see what I've been up to for the last 2 or 3 days. I decided it was time to tidy my terrible mess of a room and a craft room, and yeah, as always it took a lot longer than I expected. And I was absolutely shattered. I literally went on till midnight 2 days running and then finished it yesterday morning, but it was well worth it. It was worth the pain in the end. As always, I've kind of just refreshed myself with stuff that I've got and where it is, rediscovered things I'd forgotten about. I did throw away probably about a bin bag full just about of recyclable rubbish, because I just thought yeah, it just need to get rid of some of it, and I have got some stuff to kind of use up, which will make even a little bit more space. But I thought what I'm going to do is I took a few photos when I was in the throes of it. I should have taken a before photo, but I just forgot to do that. But yeah, I took some photos when I was right in the middle of it all, when I was right at that point where you think, why on earth did I start this? I wish I'd just left everything as it was. I am lucky enough to have a lot of purpose-made craft storage in here, and so it's really handy. Like the narrow drawers behind me, you can see, are really good for keeping little tiny things, like beads and stuff like that, or papers, or you know. But there are a lot of those drawers, and there are a lot of boxes, a lot of nooks and crannies, a lot of shelves. Every single one has been gone through. And that is a lot of nooks and crannies to go through. None of these drawers have ended up in the same place. Yeah, I think I've managed to reorganise things so that everything is accessible. Like is with like. Of course, you need to, you know, as you're the things that you love to do. I'll have a go at any kind of crafts. I've got so many different ones. That's part of the problem. And you know, as my favourite ones kind of come and go, it changes how I want things to be laid out. But even things like the paper crafting stuff that I don't do so much now, I'm very loath to get rid of, because I do still enjoy it from time to time. And you know, it took me a lot of time and a lot of money to build up my supplies of stamps and dies and things. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling on. What I'm going to do now is, you don't need to watch me rambling on. What I'm going to do is put the photos in. I could give you a little, see now, I don't really know how to do it. I could get my phone and do a quick scan around, I suppose. I might try and do that and put that in at the end, but I'm not sure how to do it. Yeah, I might try that in a minute. But yeah, I can just move this. So that's the door to my craft room, which is usually shut when I'm filming, so my husband knows kind of not to come in, really. Not to come in and say anything inappropriate in the doorway. And on the back of the door you can see I've got some embroidery hoops hanging, but a lot of beautiful handmade bags and things I put there. I've got others dotted around the place. You know, they're mostly from friends, and I love them for like keeping separate projects and things in. And then behind me there I've got all the paints and inks and things like that. They used to be over here actually, but they're more accessible there. And then in those drawers there are now lots and lots of other, there's my jelly plate stuff is in there, printing stuff. It's endless. Still waffling on. Yeah, and I have left 2 little shelves in the middle there, just above my, where you can see my finger there, to put little things that I've made in that, and that I've the friends have made as well. Like just above my finger there is my little elephant called Bogey from Just Johnny Creations. Hello, Bogey. Anyway, it's big glare there because I've got the curtains open at the moment, but you can see my typewriter and my little table there. and you can just see the top of the loom, my table loom. I haven't got that out yet. I had that for my birthday. I put it together last night. Now I've got room. Anyway, okay, enough waffle. Here I'm going to insert some photos, and I'll see if I can work out how to do a voiceover. This is the new software and I'm not used to doing a voiceover on it, so yeah. And then maybe I'll try doing a 360 with my phone and see if I can cobble it all together into one video. Here we go. Okay, so here we are, going into my craft room. First thing you can see there is the desk. You can see the camera setup that I've got there. As a puppet. Inspired by my son Tom. It's like he's sitting there looking after the computer for me. And there's the lovely sign that he made me. That's where I keep all my scrawler pencil case with the current scrawler kit in it, and that's where I keep my those folders where I keep all my cut out bits for magazines, for collages and stuff like that. There's all pencil storage. Oh, there's my slow sewing bag. I was just in the middle of something there. Here's my little dinky computer setup, which Tom helped me. He did it for me and let me join in a bit. We built this computer system together from scratch. The baskets underneath are just kind of other bits like my laminator and my heat gun and stuff going there. So the computer is just that white bit. It's really, really neat and nifty with a Bluetooth speaker on the top. And then to the right of me there, oh yeah, look, this is my glue tower. My first glue tower. Glues and tapes. And then I'll step back a bit here. So this show, those boxes there with kits and things in, and reference books at the top there, books I'm going to alter also, and then my journals and things there, and then projects that I'm in the middle of, and various other materials, fabrics and things in there, with the silks on the top and my old lace. There's card making supplies there, and some of these have got fabrics and things in. Here's kind of all sorts of materials there ready for various projects, ready to be altered and things. Here's the door with all I put my pretty bags. Some of them aren't there at the moment because they've got projects in. They're dotted around the house. There's my second glue tower. There's still some glues I don't have. Well, this is from work. I've brought it home to do something exciting with. Not sure what yet. My easel hiding behind there. So panning round. Let's go here next. So on the top there, all those boxes that I've covered the fronts with pattern papers, they've all got scrapbook pages in. And some of the shelves that used to have all kinds of collections of pattern papers on when I was in scrapbooking teams and stuff. Now I've changed their use. I'm just keeping more or less white, plain white card and stuff, and also some metallic. I've got a few plain coloured ones on the bottom, but a lot of the space is now for different kinds of sketchbooks and things, and the drawers on the top are for various kinds of paper and that. And then those folders on the end have got some of my stamps. But yeah, the folders on the end, and then tucked in the middle there, I've got stamps in, various stamp sets. And then the drawers beneath have got sewing stuff and different collage papers and things, and punches and die cuts, things like that. Some stick-on alphas, I've still got not many. Tucked away down there is my sewing machine. There's rolls and fabrics and things there. And then this little pile in the corner here, this is all stuff that is going to be used up. It's what's left of my pattern paper stash. I'm going to make them into little albums and stuff and put in the Etsy shop. Here my little vintage table. That was a brown one. I chalk painted it. I put all the beads and buttons and things in jars on the window ledge. My little vintage basket there, where I keep all my little pigment powders and things like that. Embroidery hoop. So that stack of boxes there. I think the top one has got my lathe in it and kind of wood turning tools and things. The next one has got some fabric, and the one on the bottom has got books that I will probably use for various projects. And then down there I've got my little sewing box on the top there, and big bead making box on the bottom. And then there's all of these drawers. The right hand side has got a lot of wires and electronic stuff, and then going down into beads and things like that, miniature making stuff. And then here we're going into inks and things, and all the embossing powders and tools that I use for inking and stuff like that. And then here we've got paints and jelly plate and palettes and all kinds of things like that. I've got Project Life inners there because I still will be trying to keep up with that. And then various bits and bobs there. Sketchbooks and blank canvases waiting to be used. There's some mount board. I scrounged mount board pieces and a local picture framer. And then I've got my last couple of artful boxes, last 4 bead boxes, and the new school box will go there while I'm using it. And then I've got a big thing of lino there. I didn't have anywhere else to put it really. Those cases have got felt pens and other various kinds of markers and pencils and things in. And then there's my little shelf of little makes there. That little girl peeking out there is me a long time ago. Oh. There's my I made 2 little finger puppets of some of the guys that we are friends with on Twitch. So they're inspired by PP and shorts. And the little community that we all belong to on Twitch is called the Patriots Gaming. So that's why that's there. Boxes full of ribbons and albums that are part way done, and various materials. A couple of puppets that were my mum's that I'm going to refurb. I've got some kind of a puppet things part made in that suitcase, and my soldering kit and everything is in those cases somewhere. I can't remember what else at the moment. And we've got various inks and paints and mediums and UV resin, acrylic paints, distress inks. Oh, I love this. I did a workshop with Andy Skinner to learn how to do that. That was all made with plain grey chipboard, and then various paints and paint effects and things. And it just looks like, it doesn't really do it justice in the. But oh wow, that's one of my favourite things I've ever made. I can't remember all the techniques now, unfortunately. More paints, Copic markers hiding underneath there, ink sprays. There's dressmaking patterns down there and crochet cottons and things. This is my little stand where I keep die cutting stuff, and my stamping platform, guillotines, things like that. more dies underneath there, more dies there. And then things like the freezer paper and stuff like that, wax paper and things that can come in really handy for all kinds of techniques. Excuse me. There's my pom-pom blanket. I was on a mission to use up a lot of wool. And then under there is more wool. Oh, here's a little sock kitty. Oh, she should come out and go up here somewhere, really. I'm going to move her up there. Oh, knocked everything down now. Yeah, so yeah, lots of wool to use. Crochet blanket started down there. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, and there's a big stash of foam and polyester filling down there, and that's it. So here we go. This is my little crafty world. Back to my desk. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that little peek into my craft room. I'm just itching to get playing in it now and start messing it all up again. Thanks very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.